why we need to say it was fishy. Just rock with it, all right? Walk with me. There's Willow. That's our fog hag who we love. She doesn't eat snails. There's no snail eating. She's traumatized. It happens. Look at the mushrooms. I almost started this video like too early because I like to give a little buffer. Anyways, hello friends and gamers. We're back. Chronicles of Uluru, London Dawning. We did barely anything last time, so hopefully these stages will start to go by quicker because we have 19 to do. We've done like 2. Ideally, we want to do stage 20 as well, but that's not like the priority. We just want to get everything done, which I guess 20 is technically the priority. It's technically the goal. But we're doing Uluru Dawning. Uluru Dawning, that's a new one. All right, London Dawning today. We have still needing to get like a lot of stuff, especially in the Victory Podium shop. A lot of stuff there. We have like a day or something left of time, so we'll figure it out. We're starting with part 3 today. Yeah. Nothing too crazy today, I don't think. We are starting with the Fog Hag, so now we get to meet Willow again. We did do Willow's character story a little while ago at this point. I don't remember any of it. I remember parts of it, but not much of it. For the sole purpose, not even sole purpose, the sole reason that I was like in a fever state the entire time I did that. So I don't really remember much of Willow's character story, but we'll see. We will see. We're starting with part 3, Fog Hag, which is Willow, our favorite Fog Hag. We love her. So, a recluse shrouded in rumors. This is purely a story stage, so don't have to worry much about anything today, or at least to start this video off on like I would say a lighter note, but we are starting with Willow lore, and anything surrounding Willow is usually sad. What a tragic character. Anyways, the smog in the garden feels unusually dense. It has taken on an almost milky, gelatinous quality. That is disgusting. All right. The damp, fishy air, I don't know why we need to say it was fishy, sticks to the visitors. Sparse ivy winds around the ancient stone wall, its bare roots clinging desperately to it. And Flutterpage is our guide. Because she has the snails.
Big house.
So it is a big house, okay.
Mine is small, but very high up.
So it's like an apartment. Flutterpage lives in an apartment almost.
Tilted roofs, sash windows. It's very Victorian.
It is a very old house. That's like rent protected or whatever.
Oh no. Her name ain't Victoria, miss. At least, I don't think so.
I'm forgetting what Willow's real name is right now. Again, the fever.
Victorian architecture is a kind of style of house.
Tooth Fairy, she's not going to get it. This is a child.
History.
That it does. It's very sad.
Oh, too right about that, miss.
It's everything about Willow is sad, but we love her.
Come along then. I'll take you in.
I don't think she can take you in, quite frankly. Flutterpage doesn't knock, nor does she touch anything resembling a doorbell. She simply leads Tooth Fairy straight to the garden gate. The carbuncles! I like how they just like start squeaking. Several carbuncles peek out from among the vines before quickly retreating, their eyes still locked on the visitors. I love the carbuncles. Not necessarily.
You lot are hungry today, ain't you?
They just kind of live there. But that would make sense again, because like everything about Willow is sad, and these carbuncles, these critters, are manifesting from these emotions. That would make total sense. The snails! From the folds of her oversized frock, Flutterpage pulls out a jar filled with snails. I thought the snails were for Willow.
They ain't for you.
Okay.
I'm the lady of the house.
There it is.
Now please let me in, Miss Witch Doctor.
TLDR, if you're just tuning in or you didn't go through Willow's character story or whatever, what have you. One, I did kind of half cover it, but I was very sick at the time, so my voice is shot completely. And I skipped around a lot of it just because I was so sick and I could not sit. Like, I literally could not get through it. But TLDR, Willow uses the snails to basically, like, it's like a gel for the joints of her prosthetic leg, because she does have a prosthetic leg, and we love to see it. We don't love to see it, but we love representation, right? Is it perfect? No. But it's a something. It's a start. But that's what she uses the snails for, because she doesn't want the joints or like the folding parts of the leg to squeak or anything like that, like a metal on metal would, because she is preparing for the Uluru games and doesn't want the thing to get like stuck or squeaky or anything like that, because reasons that it's a whole thing. You really need to do Willow's character story to get the full background, but that's basically the TLDR of why she wants the snails, okay? Just rock with it, all right? Walk with me. The carbuncles do want the snails, though. The carbuncles refuse their entry, shooting out a few tendrils to form a blockade. This seems like we should be gearing up for a combat stage, but we're not.
Sorry, Miss Witch Doctor. He was much friendlier before.
Probably because they don't, like, Tooth Fairy's a new person, I would assume. And these critters are probably like,
Yep.
you're not supposed to be here.
No clue what set them off this time.
Like, something's different here. And Willow doesn't like new people, so get out. Flutterpage stands on her tiptoes, planning to hop over the barrier, but after a quick glance at Tooth Fairy, she abandons the idea.
I don't rightly know what to do.
Probably because she's like, I don't think Tooth Fairy can hop the fence.
I try calling her, but it won't do much good. Even if she heard me, she won't come out.
Because she's
Saying she never leaves her house.
she has a sad backstory. But she will by the end of this.
No.
The only person who visited
But
was...
you visit her often?
She likes when
Was
I
it
bring her
Caroline? It was
snails.
Caroline.
You think she eats them?
No, they're for her
I
leg.
gave her her snails. And then she asked me to stay around her house for a while.
Wait, that's a new one.
When she's not in a sour mood, she even teaches me some words. For arcane
Oh,
skills.
because that's part of her thing.
But if she is sour, then all
'Cause she
does
does
is read
the
books.
Floor
I can't even
ritualist
read
stuff,
most
and
of
they
them.
use, like, spells
Don't
for that,
ask
or whatever.
Too many
Again,
words.
from her, that's
If
from
you
her character
do,
story.
She says, "Get out!" and you've got to go.
Wait, don't ask her too many whys. That's, hold on. I started scrolling through my, I don't have it on here. But that's like the Book of Whys or something is what Flutterpage's banner is called, actually. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's probably why it's called that. No pun intended, really. That's the only
So
word that
far,
fits
the
there.
longest I stayed was a whole afternoon.
Oh,
I see.
that's really wholesome, actually. Tooth Fairy surveys the old mansion, and to her, it looks more like a small castle than a house. She decides not to disturb the formidable witch dwelling within it.
Maybe
I think that could give us a lot of answers, though, as to why this thing is happening,
I'll
though.
just stay back here.
I think it would be nice, or not nice, but like necessary and helpful if we did talk to Willow a little bit. But I'm
Alright
assuming we
then.
will meet her at
Stay
some
there
point.
and I'll tell her
One,
about
because it's an
this.
event. We'll probably meet, everyone sort of meets in these things. But at the same time, she does go to the Uluru Games. The carbuncles lower their guard as Tooth Fairy retreats. The strange plants and critters in the garden clear the way for Flutterpage as she makes her way down the path. Flutterpage raises the snail jar high above her head as if presenting some kind of token.
Miss?
Cute. It's time to meet Willow. Is she
Miss
here, though?
Lucky?
Maybe she's not here. Maybe she is off to... Okay, no, she is here. There's Willow! The lock clatters heavily, and the hinges on the old oak door give a mournful groan. There she is! That's our fog hag, who we love. We love the fog hag. I actually saw a tweet, like, literally, like, in between the last video for Reverse and this one, where someone was like, every time somebody calls Willow a hag, I lose it, because, like, look at her. You're calling her this a hag? She's beautiful. Like, I was like, I kind of agree, but also I think her being the fog hag is fun. She's my fog hag, and I love her.
Here you go, miss.
Hag solidarity.
Batch of snails.
She doesn't respond. The witch's stare is fixed on the unfamiliar woman by the garden entrance. Tooth Fairy.
Who is this?
Yeah, I'd be concerned too. Nothing's getting past
Well,
our
I
fog
don't know
hag.
her name, but she's a witch doctor.
I actually don't know her real name either, because I know it's not Tooth Fairy.
With a flyer of the Uluru qualifiers, so I think she's here for the Uluru.
She's gonna shut the door. Oh no, she's not, because now she's curious. Because she's preparing for the... Oh.
Hello, miss. I'm here investigating.
That's the one thing that I was curious about,
You can call me
because
Tooth Fairy.
that's the thing. In Willow's character story, it jumps around on different timelines, like, a lot. So this could be going on in, like, a specific window of time that happens in Willow's character story. And Willow's character story is just the background for, like, parts that we don't see through this event, because, like, there's a million things going on at once here. That's my new assumption, I think. That's my new assumption.
I ain't asked too many whys, miss, did I? That was only my first one today.
Oh. No, it's because she brought somebody. She realizes something.
So I can't come in at all? You promised you'd help me practice my arcane skill.
Oh.
Then you better not let me catch you saying Uluru ever.
Oh no, it's because she mentioned the Allure game. So this is before like the second half where she does get invited to the Allure qualifiers. Before Caroline shows up, it's before that. The witch anxiously snatches the snail jar from the girl's hand and closes the door. Ah, that was loud, wasn't it? Huh. The door closes. It didn't click through.
Aw.
Ah, there we go. Aw.
She left me a book. Look, it's got a carbuncle on it.
Cute.
Come here, Flutterpage. Are you all right?
Tooth Fairy's a little bit too soft-spoken to be able to get that across. Like, they're like across the garden from each other, and
Thought I could
Tooth
go to
Fairy's
her
like
house
whispering.
today.
Aww.
Would you like to do something else?
Well, now we're gonna take her on a little adventure to figure out the
Well,
smog.
See your new friend, Mr. Hat.
Mr. Hat?
It's interesting because Willow and Tooth Fairy are both very good with children, but like in different ways. And I think part of it with Willow is because she had a very rough upbringing with the like adult parent figures in her life. Like the whole coach thing. I ranted about that to heck in
Miss Flutterpage,
the Willow character story stuff because I experienced some of that as well as a child with like coaches in sport and stuff. So I just ranted so much about that in that video that I do remember. So I think Willow is probably really good with kids for the sole reason that she doesn't want them to go through anything even remotely similar to what she did as a child, which is very interesting. Because it's a little bit of tough love, but also not at the same time not. Very interesting. But then Tooth Fairy is just like standard, like, she's really good with kids. Very much like a pediatrician, like she gets it. Oh, but we brought Flutterpage to the detective's office. Where are we? Oh, it's not telling me, it's not telling me. But we're at the office or something with Brimley's office. And she just wants to play with the hat.
I know I can fly, but that doesn't mean you can treat me like a kite. Besides, I'm due to begin my patrol. I need to...
Brimley's not that great with kids. Where did the wind come from? A gust of wind blows Brimley into the hallway, spurring Flutterpage to give chase.
That gives us some time for business.
Oh, was that Mr. Fogg's wind?
Allow me to express my
Damn.
respect for your adventurous spirit.
Okay.
A haunted hag mansion whose owner feeds on
No.
snails.
It's not right.
To visit her so quickly on your own initiative.
She
was a
doesn't eat
bold
snails.
move, Tooth.
There's no snail eating, unless it's the carbuncles. Maybe. He now has no choice but to admit the existence of the witch.
Here's your tea.
She's not even
No sugar.
necessarily a witch.
Just as you
No
are.
sugar, because Tooth Fairy, the teeth thing. Oh my god. Why does that seem stressful? And of course, he has kept the promised tea at the forefront of his mind.
The connection
we are in
between
London.
this lady
When in
and that
London.
fog will require further confirmation. However, judging from our encounter, she doesn't seem to have much concern.
It's
for the
because she's
world outside
depressed,
her home.
Tooth Fairy. It happens. She's traumatized. It
I
happens.
also noted that the word Uluru seemed to irritate her.
Yeah, because we haven't gotten to the second half.
Uluru. As in the Uluru games? Not a fan, I take.
Well, there's a reason she's not a fan. There's
It's
a
really
reason.
Odd for an arcanist to have a negative impression of the games,
Because I get that.
though not unprecedented.
Because there was a while where I wanted nothing, like when I stopped skating, I wanted absolutely nothing to do with the community. I couldn't watch it on TV or anything. I wanted absolutely not a single thing to do with it. And anytime it was brought up, I was like, you shut your mouth. Like I wanted nothing to do with it for a good couple of years at least. So I get it. That's most likely where Willow's at, but it's like a longer, it's not just a couple of years. It's probably been a while. That was the thing. Willow's character story jumps around a lot, and especially because I had a fever at the time, I don't remember like what was going on for half of it, and I don't remember like the actual like years on things. It's very foggy in certain parts, which is funny because she's the fog hag. But I also think that was done for the purpose of the story, because when you do have a very traumatic upbringing, a lot of your memories can be scrambled or like just missing like that. So it makes sense how it was laid out. But I don't remember the timeline for just about anything in Willow's character story. It's very mishmashed.
Which reminds
But
me
it
of
makes
the
sense that it was done that way.
I
Like, it
suspect
makes a
our
lot of
fair lady
sense.
Might be glad to hear it.
Like as like a literary choice there, I think that's done very well. It's for the same reason I was happy that there was no mini games in Willow's character story, because the tone would have been like very drastic shift there if we had games in there. But anyways, Mr. Fogg places a voiced letter between the two of them. The paper swiftly transforms into a wide mouth. I have seen that before, unfortunately.
Letter from the St. Pavlov Foundation Uluru Games Organising Committee to the Uluru London Qualifiers Organising Committee.
I'm curious what this is. All right, let me have it.
Copied to the Office of the London Atmospheric Cleanup Committee.
Oh, okay.
Due to the rapid deterioration of air quality in London and the presence
Okay.
of an unidentified arcane-related...
So it is like a break off
We
of
regretfully have
TB
decided that
that's
the Uluru
Arcanist
London
specific. Okay.
qualifiers will be cancelled until further notice.
Oh.
To protect the health of competitors and spectators.
Okay, so where does this fall
Competitors
with?
still wishing to participate are encouraged to register for the qualifiers in Paris or other cities.
Is that allowed? I guess that would be allowed. Because I know Olympics, it's not. Like that's very. They're very specific on like where you can't compete and qualify and things like that. But sometimes it does get a little. Nope, not to use this word again, but foggy there as well. It's very interesting. But the paper folds itself up and drops back onto the table. Mr. Fogg sighs.
I received this shortly after submitting my report concerning the event.
Like, it makes sense why they would cancel it, but also it's like
They're right.
these people
Better for everyone's
living
health.
here are very reliant on the income they receive from tourism. How it ended up getting to that is also a bit murky and not great, but whatever series of events that are not that great led to them relying heavily on the income they make from tourism. Canceling the Uluru Games, even if it is for a health concern, is going to greatly affect these people monetarily because of something the industry government people cause. So like you're taking away their main source of income for the year because of something you messed up with. You have to compensate those people in some other way, right? And I don't think they want to do that here. So that's why we end up getting to environmental protests. Like, yes, it is better for everyone's health and it's necessary that it is canceled, but at the same time, there has to be like other things put in place. You know, like it's just like, you know, a lot happening.
No
There's a lot
objections
happening.
here. But it's certain to cause a stir.
Yes, because one, people are excited for the event, but two, it is like a monetary thing as well.
Citizens were about this event, what it means to them. They'll eat us alive.
And I
when we
think
announce
that
this.
I think the way they're going about this, like story-wise in game, is that they're probably focusing more on like the people wanting to go to celebrate the Allure Games and like do the qualifiers and like more of a social aspect. But there is an economic aspect there as well that I think that is being a little bit more downplayed. There's reasons they're downplaying it, obviously, but like there's also that. There's also that.
So much more so that it's cancelled because of air quality.
Yeah, and especially because they did nothing to mess up the air, like the air quality issues just because of like the
This great city will be
huge
the
like
laughing
industry
stock of
people.
Europe. If not the entire world.
I mean, London
Unless-
already gets a lot of disrespect.
Unless there's a way to clean the air in London. Perhaps then I might convince the Foundation to reconsider.
Yeah, I think Mr. Fogg specifically is a very
Mr. Fogg
interesting character
has
because
only
he's
previously
definitely,
failed the qualifiers.
I don't think he realizes the amount of privilege he has as being very upper class, like having a very privileged spot and not, probably never being in any sort of space of poverty. And he's very biased towards that, but also he likes to think he's one of the good guys. And I think he's trying, but he just doesn't realize that implicit bias he has for like upper class things as opposed to like what the actual people of like Cross Street are experiencing on a daily basis. So I think he's trying, right? But I also just don't think he has like implicit biases that he does not realize he has. So that's also a problem.
It's a serious effort.
It's
just to
1920,
reduce
you
the
know?
smog over London, let alone this new black fog and the disease that.
But
is
like the
related
fact
to
that there is a disease related to this, they kind of have
3
to
weeks.
cancel it.
One for making plans. One for enacting.
But hey, Mr. Fogg, at least
Still
he's
one
trying
more
at
for
this
the final
point.
procedures.
He's trying. He's gonna probably cut it really close there, but he slumps into his chair with his arms crossed and glares furiously at the voiced letter on his desk. Or the
What are you
desk.
doing now, Mr. Fogg?
I don't know, brooding? Seems like he's brooding.
Thinking, Miss Tooth Fairy,
He's
is how
brooding.
I make the plans.
Mr. Fogg is brooding. Brimley, fleeing pursuit, eventually finds his way back. Perfect timing.
Forgive me for interrupting, Arthur, but I had to
Arthur.
call off
Okay,
my
your name's
patrol
Arthur.
earlier than expected. I'm afraid I need a favor of you, Miss Tooth
Are we
Fairy.
gonna go fight more stuff? Yeah.
Mhm.
Probably.
Would you mind helping us with some of the sick?
Oh, no, that
After
makes a
black
lot more
fog rolled
sense.
through, patients with this tuberculosis variant seem to be multiplying
Dear
as
God.
fast as hares in the Great Artesian Basin.
It's probably an Australian thing. Very interesting. Oh my, that took 20 minutes for me to get through. I love Reverse 1999, but I get so caught up in these stories, even for stuff I don't know as much about. Like, it was understandable why I got caught up in the Willow character story. This, I don't know why I know somewhat about this. Okay, another story stage, but it is a battle story stage. Oh, and it's with Willow. We get to go in her little room here. Okay, so stage 4, Past Glory. This is probably a recap on Willow's backstory. In case you didn't do Willow's character story, I'm assuming that's where this is going to come in. We kind of get to figure out where in that timeline of Willow's character story event we are in this current event, because the timeline jumps around a lot. So I'm assuming that's what this is going to be. What has been engraved in your mind, seared onto your sight, and etched onto your very being? I understand that fully, actually. That actually makes a lot of sense. For everything I know about Willow, that actually makes quite a bit of sense, because it is like a huge part of you. Like, if you've ever been like really in one of those sports, it sticks with you. Like, even in high school, after I stopped for a while, I was known as the girl, the ice skating girl. That was like what I was known as. Yeah, I wasn't even skating anymore, and that's like just what people knew me as.
He thrice died and thrice was born.
Ritual.
Ancient
That's what this is.
Guide me rightly.
This is the ritual stuff.
Not stray.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Hold on, I gotta try and get my own screenshot of this. We're gonna have to just read through everything after the fact. Did I get my screenshot? I did, baby.
And beasts give offspring's way. With
It's kind of just like
arms of
going through.
fire, pierce through the cloudy maze.
There she go. Fire! Because when she was like baby, she did like a very like happy ritual, floor ritual routine, and now it's like very much not that, now that she's older.
Damn it.
So, by the willow fire, a witch is dancing in the ritual ground. She performs her dance alone. Only the shadows cast by the flames accompany her. That was the text I skipped through to get that screenshot. But I'm assuming then this must be her insight outfit. It's so pretty. This is like, obviously this is her outfit for her routine, but ooh, it's also probably your insight outfit. I did not get Willow, unfortunately, because I was sick. I just like wasn't logging in and like getting my unilogs and stuff. So it is what it is. Also, I couldn't go through this event any sooner than now because of like getting sick and stuff. So that's why we're kind of speedrunning it as well. But she is trying her best. She clenches her right leg, her fingers turning white at the tips. I'm not sure which one is the prosthetic.
So long as I can't move right.
Don't remember which one. It's the carbuncles! Is this what she was doing when we rocked up? The typically docile carbuncles are now locked in a frenzied shrieking match. What should have been a calming ritual has quickly turned into a bloodied war drum, and all because of a single misstep. That is very understandable though, because that's sort of like ritual spell stuff in most like fantasy media. You mess up one thing and it's game over.
Needs is another crazy creature.
I love her little wand. That's so cute that she has a wand. All right, well, we're outside Willow's house. Beast is recommended, so I think I could probably bring in this exact same team. But maybe we flip and have Gutien where Argus is for funsies. We'll just run this. Look at the mushrooms! They're so cute. Oh, we have the whole gang. All right. Didn't know we'd have the whole gang out here, but okay. I'm getting a headache. I don't like that. Why am I getting a headache? There's a lot of reasons I could be getting a headache. It's like I just have like a million things to be doing right now. And a lot of it is recording. Because this is probably the first day in a very long time that I've like fully had my voice back. And I'm not even at 100% yet. So like I'm having to like record one video and then take a break for like an hour, go back, record another. So I can't sit and do the whole thing in one sitting. So if I forget things as we go along these, that's why I do have to very frequently take breaks while I'm recording. Comrade, yes. But yeah, I'm having to like take a lot of breaks. So a lot of the stuff I need to get done is recording right now, but okay, so this is what she was doing when Flutter Page shows up. So the carbuncles going insane was because of Tooth Fairy. We're up to speed. Even this timeline's jumping around a lot, but we have so many different point of views going on. So not that many. It's only really like 2, but because there is like overlapping timelines, it is going to get a little weird at times. But this is, yeah. At this point of the story, Tooth Fairy is outside with Flutter Page still. Yes, it's overlapping. Okay. But Willow collapses by the fire, causing the intense flames to suddenly die down. She swiftly grabs a blanket from the pile to cover her legs.
Whatever thing you are, don't think I won't strangle you to death with my bare hands.
Willow, I hiccup, but Willow. She struggles to her feet, but just as she's about to stand, one leg gives away. Poor thing. Again, I forgot, like, I say poor thing, but that's like the last. Willow does not want pity. And I keep having to remember that because saying poor thing about her is exactly what she doesn't want. So I don't want to do that. The little girl tumbles through the window and into the room. So, okay, maybe this is after. This might be after Tooth Fairy leaves, but then Flutterpage probably comes back because she's like, hey, witch lady, what's wrong? Because she's just a curious child and she cares a lot about the people around her. Willow tries to lift herself up for the second time, but can only support half of her body. She looks up to find a little face among a pile of stitched and restitched clothes. There could be no more embarrassing or infuriating way for another to behold her. Oh, because like she's never probably seen.
What are you doing here?
She's probably never seen Willow like this.
I only wanted to show you the arcane skill you taught me.
Oh, is that why the carbuncles were going crazy outside? Maybe. Flutterpage nimbly gets back on her feet, bouncing around as she shakes off the dust. Seeing that the girl is unharmed, the witch turns her face, hiding her fleeting look of concern. Oh, okay, she doesn't want to show that she's concerned.
But you are in a bad mood, aren't you? What happened? I promised I didn't call you Miss Willow in front of others.
Oh, she doesn't want other people to know her name, but Flutterpage knows her name.
You said I can call you Miss Willow when there's just you and me, right?
Oh, I didn't... See, this is not part of her character story at all.
First time for everything, eh? But it's not about what you call me.
Like, we get so much more about, like, current day Willow here. Her character story really is the Willow's character story really is the background knowledge for her. Flutterpage stares at Willow in confusion. Suddenly, she realizes why she's lying on the ground. Probably has never seen it.
Let me help you up.
Oh, but Flutterpage doesn't even care. Baby. With a flick of her wrist, Willow's coat and hat leap onto her like loyal dogs. She tries to stand up for a third time, using the rough stone pillar beside her for support, and finally managed to straighten herself out. This is something I was thinking during the character story, and I'm going to bring it up now. Why does she have the rocks in her bedroom? I never understood that one. Like, it's definitely a choice. I think they just didn't want to do multiple backdrops, but it's like a choice. I still don't know why they're here. I thought about that during the character story, but I didn't want to linger for that long.
What about the time I told you I don't need a knocker-upper?
What is that?
I remember.
Willow, what are you talking about?
There's no sense waking me up for anything. I don't have any work to go to.
So,
But I'm not here to wake you up, am I?
how does she...
I already did that for the whole street hours
I'm
ago.
assuming the house is rent protected, but...
Oh, have you now? Then maybe you can buzz off and bother someone else. I didn't give my permission to let annoying little flies in my house. I'm
I
in the
mean-
middle of something important, so leave me be.
Oh, Willow. Okay. Willow grabs a broom handle and points it toward the window. Flutterpage opened.
Just one more question, miss.
What does she have in her hand? I don't know what
Miss
Flutterpage is
Toothfairy
holding.
and Mr. Fog say you made people sick with the black fog, but I know you didn't do it. Did
Then
you?
why did you feed into that,
Never told me you
Flutterpage?
can summon black fog.
I don't think she's summoning it. I think it's just like
Nonsense, are you?
there.
If that's all you knocked on my window for?
Because she's in like a bad mood, essentially.
But if you didn't,
It has been for a
I
very
could
long
tell them
time.
The truth.
For good reason, actually.
Or you could even help them find the black fog. You're the best witch I know.
I mean, sure.
Their problem is no concern of mine.
I think Willow's a little bit busy right now, though, Flutterpage.
Oh,
I mean, she's
And I
not
didn't
going to
miss
be in a
that.
minute.
I was thinking maybe you'd like to hear it too.
Is it about the Allure game?
Letter from St. Pavlov Foundation.
Oh, she heard it.
To what?
Because she was in the hallway.
Air quality and arcane tubal keeled kiss.
She doesn't know what they
They
are.
said the Uluru qualifiers are cancelled.
Because she has been preparing for the Allure qualifiers.
Stop. Do you understand at all what you're saying?
Oh, God.
No.
I'm assuming she's still preparing. And maybe that's why she doesn't want to hear it about it. Maybe it's like a superstition thing.
Get out!
But also it could be because there's a part of the character story for Willow where Caroline comes in and is like, you're not allowed to compete. Technically, at least it's like a weird thing. It's weird because they're like, it wouldn't be fair to you. But she's like, there's nothing else for me to do. Just let me compete. And eventually they do let her compete. But I'm thinking maybe you're in and around there possibly. So maybe she's angry because she's like, doesn't think she, I don't know. It's very wishy-washy in the timeline of what happens in Willow's character story. Okay, I know the major story beats, but not when anything happens. Willow seizes Flutterpage with both hands, half dragging, half pulling her toward the open window. Maybe we should use the front door, just a thought.
You know what I don't want to hear, eh, lass? Your voice.
I love Willow. I do. Flutterpage is flung out the window and carried away like a kite with a broken string on the breeze.
And your infernal knocking.
There she goes. Bye,
You'll never take another
Flutterpage.
step into my house. Never.
Oh, it's the bold font. It's a spell then. Haha. Or just angry. The room reverts to its familiar silence. No life save for its solitary resident, just as it has been for the past decade. Okay. Her hastily thrown on coat and hat slide to the floor as Willow leans on her right leg and limps over to the storage table, filled with bottles and jars. There's still enough mucus left over from yesterday's snails for her to use. She pours the liquid from the jar into the cauldron.
Just a wee bit left.
Didn't you just get the snails to like today? She sets the fire alight and the lubricant starts to bubble in the cauldron. This is what she does.
Eat snails.
See, that's why she's laughing, because this is what she does with the snails, to the snail goop.
Let them think what they will.
Oh,
I don't care.
Willow. We don't feel pity for Willow. It's not what she would want.
Toad monster. Failed work of an ancient alchemist.
Gosh.
Yes, of course. Charlotte O'Hagan.
Charlotte, that's her name.
Nothing but an ugly, evil, terrifying fog hag living in a haunted house.
Oof.
You deserve every bit of it.
The "you deserve" line. Oh, God. She lifts her eyes and gazes out the window. To her surprise, she can see the moon, a flurry of small clouds slowly making their way across it, and a flock of silhouetted birds swooping and swerving in tacit harmony. Oh, there she is. I've never seen her without the coat. This is actually a very interesting... See, they put so much detail into this, because even this outfit, like with the half shrug sleeve thing going on here, and the high neck, this is very, like, dancer coded. I find that very interesting. That's actually a really cool little detail. Because it looks like something you would wear for, like, ballet practice on top, at least. And then the long skirt is obviously because of the fog hag motif. I think this is a really cool outfit. I really like it. But like the white sheep that roamed those vast rocky hills, like the witches in black robes who danced together in perfect unison.
What an age. At last, witches no longer need worry about being captured in their sleep, pierced on a stake.
When did the
or
witch
alive.
trials happen? I don't know. There it is. There it is. A
The
memory.
ancient rituals are different now. We dance, communicating with spirits like a joyful
Willow's the
flame.
witch from Ireland, by the way. I'm assuming she ended up in London to train. Because that is actually something that happens a lot in these sort of sports.
Graceful
Is that
competition.
people will travel to other countries to get better training and better coaches and things like that, where there's just a bigger scene for it.
Desirable.
Like a lot of figure skating and training for figure skating does actually happen in like a select few cities in the United States. I did live in one of those cities for most of my upbringing, so that's kind of why I mainly got into it. But like, yes, it's very, very common. I knew growing up a lot of people from other countries training to like do the Olympics and things like that. So this is very common actually. And she just ended up probably staying here after the fact because it was just easier.
I left the pot on.
Oh, Willow! Mood. I do that too. The smell signals a point of no return for the lubricant, and its appearance confirms it as she sees a small blackened mass stuck to the bottom of the cauldron. That was her last snail slime. Willow's prosthetic leg grinds and creaks as the joints rub up against each other, causing her hip to itch.
Fit for the rubbish
I
now.
had to skip a line. I did have to skip a line of her just cursing, which is understandable, but I do want to stay monetized. And I think I could probably keep it in because it's like British cursing, and I think that's okay. I'm not sure. I don't know how strict YouTube is when it comes to demonetizing British curse words, because I am obviously American, so I'm just not gonna risk it.
Rubbish.
God, I too have left the rice on too long. I've done stuff like that, but yeah, it's very common for it's like a couple countries in the world to have like all the training. A lot of it, I would say, is actually in the US, quite frankly. Even like people competing for like the big countries, like Japan has a really big figure skating scene, as well as like Russia. A lot of them train here. So the more you know, it's actually very common. Anyways, reading exercise time. Guide on emergencies. Everyone is curious about the witch's garden, and everyone fears it, except for one small bird. To her, it isn't so dangerous. That's our Flutter page, so we can follow her. And there's 2 alternating handwriting styles here, so I guess it is a back and forth. And you can kind of tell it's Willow and Flutterpage most likely. So possibly Willow says, do not touch any plants with barbs. It could also be Willow and maybe her grandmother, like back in the day. So the second handwriting style, second person, asks about the barbs. The first person says, the thing I had to pull off of your leg yesterday. The second says, if a plant cuts you and the wound turns purple or the blood isn't bright red, knock on my window. Oh, okay, so it is Flutterpage and Willow. Yes, because the second person says, at any time, even if you're dancing. The first says, which is most likely Willow, at any time. In the evening, the critters will lower their top buds to the ground. Try not to step on them. Okay, that might also be Willow, actually. I read it with more of a Flutterpage voice, but the Flutterpage character says, got it! So can I touch the top buds? Possibly Willow says, do whatever you want. Just don't come crying to me when they bite you. Then the same voice or handwriting, I don't even know what to go about saying it, says stop squeezing in through the damaged parts of the fence. Just use the front gate. And possibly Flutterpage says, righto, didn't know I weren't supposed to. But she is a child. And then again, possibly Willow says, I'm teaching you arcane skills so you can fly, not crawl. Interesting. All right, so that was Past Glory. We only did one part of it, which is totally fine for now. And then stage 5, which we are going to try to squeeze in, is called Little Knocker Upper, because that's what Flutterpage does. She knocks on Willow's door. Also, the buildings being tilted like that, is that something that you see a lot in London? Because it's like kind of freaking me out a little bit. It's like, feels like it's caving in. And maybe that's the point. Maybe it's supposed to be like creating that illusion, but it's freaking me out a little bit. But for part 5, the wind blowing through this place has seen everything. On we go. Another battle stage. A lot of battle stages in this. I'm assuming, like with the last part, that probably just going to be heavy on the battle stages at the start, but maybe not at the end. I'm not sure. As morning breaks, the rooster crows, announcing the start of another day of hard labor for the people of the East End. In this land of industry, shipyards, and factories, there is a dire need of coal, fuel, and the labor to sustain them. Which we can get, and then there's a lot we can get into there.
Good morning, sir, madam. This here's your wake-up call.
Is that her little job? She goes around waking people up.
Wakey time.
Cute. Is that what she has, the stick? Flutterpage looks up to the sky, the gray sky above. There's only a touch of blue and no sun, stars, or moon to be seen.
Enough! I said enough with the girl. I'm already awake, ain't I? So stop.
Isn't that what she's hired to do, or is this just what she does? The seasoned knocker-upper deftly dodges the basin full of foot-washing water that has been just been flung out the window and slips through the alley and onto the next street. She still has a job to do. I mean, yeah, I guess that would probably be something easy for her to do as a little kid. Kind of like peeper route sort of thing.
Mrs. Wilson, you awake? Can't be late again, or old Mr. Pig Eyes will be on you with his belt.
This is so wholesome. In a kind of a sad way.
Didn't she hear me?
Oh, she's dead from TB. Okay, awesome. Not awesome. Suddenly, she's shoved from behind. Probably because she's like in the way and it's London.
Boy, who did that?
It's London.
Shut up already, Liberty. Didn't you know Mrs. Wilson was sick?
Yeah, because her Flutterpage's real name is Liberty.
She's sick? What's wrong? Doesn't hurt like swallowing a burning coal, does it?
This Flutterpage is like a sponge when it comes to words. I know most kids are, but Flutterpage is like insane with it.
Maybe. Plenty of folks have been getting that too. My dad says it's a curse.
It's not a curse in the traditional sense, but they're calling it a curse because that's just the language they know.
You are believing anything what that hag told you. She's a dirty.
The hag didn't tell her that. It was Tooth Fairy and Mr. Fogg. Also, some random guy. Was it Will? Did he call it a curse? It was just some random dude.
Decided to curse us all just because she didn't like the fair.
No, that's not it. Freddy.
Just leave me alone. I got work to do.
Had a job. You would understand if you had a job.
You call knocking on people's window work?
I mean, she probably gets paid for it. That's work. If you're getting paid for it, it is in fact work. The boy rolls up his sleeve and pats his bicep. You're like 12.
Climb up in the steam turbines to tighten up the screws.
Which, again, we shouldn't let the 12-year-old do that.
On the inside. Think you can do that, eh?
We shouldn't have the Freddy the Rascal doing this, but it's the 1920s.
But I don't
A lot of
like
frowned
the
upon
screws
things happened
or
in the
high-up chimneys.
1920s.
I don't like the smells. Oh,
Mood.
so you like the smell of this black fog, do you? All thanks to your
It's not-
wicked hag friend.
Listen, I know they're just jumping to conclusions because
way.
of paranoia and all that jazz, but like, she whips a clothesline pole at the boy's knee with a sharp crack. Dear God. So that's what she's been using to knock on people's windows. Okay. The boy leaps toward the girl, but loses her among the heap of rags. Rags? Where do the rags come from? He swivels his head toward the sound and stands there shocked as Flutterpage deftly leaps over him.
What the?
What? Actually, what the?
The fog lady taught me this.
She's like,
Lady? You mean that hag?
oh my
I
gosh.
should've guessed. You'd be that ugly turd witch's apprentice.
I mean,
You're not
she's
my
doing a
friend
good job.
anymore.
Good for you, Flutterpage. She runs off deeper into Cross Street. I feel like this is where we're going to get into some problems. All right, back to the old house on Cross Street, back to Willow. The old mansion looks just as it always does. From the strange garden to the ominous building half lost in the haze of the smog. Even so, Flutterpage is hit by an unusual feeling, one she can't quite place. Because that's the thing. Also, if Willow ran out of the snail goop for her leg, if we're going with the carbuncles and storm stuff being connected to emotions, this would actually also play into that because she's probably extra angry or sad or all of the above right now. So it's making things worse, actually.
It's not snail delivery day, but after she threw me out of the house last time, maybe I'll go apologize.
Flutterpage, if you brought more snails, that would
Maybe
actually
I
be
can learn some
great.
more tricks from her.
She would
Or
be
at least
so
leave her
happy if you were like, I'm sorry, here's some extra snails. On the house. Snails on the house. The creature eyes her wearily. Another carbuncle.
Hello, hello.
She just
Now,
says
why
hi.
didn't you let Miss Tooth Fairy in last time? She's not a bad person.
But it's just,
She
They
even
don't know
gave me
that.
some flying medicine. It was sweet and sour. You think Miss
is it
Willow's
like a
lying?
strawberry? That's another discourse I've seen on Twitter. Strawberries are not sour. I don't know where we got that from. I'm just gonna assume they're sour in another part of the world and sweet in the United States, and that's where the discourse is coming from, because I've never had a sour strawberry. Anyways, the carbuncle seems to reject her assessment, leaping side to side in a clear display of defiance. Can you tell I've been sick because I've been doom scrolling more than usual? Yeah.
Not that I get why she was so
Sick and
mad.
stressed leads to a lot of doom
Suppose
scrolling.
stopped her from eating breakfast, maybe? Well, time to figure it
Oh, we
out.
don't, not the eating
I'd
breakfast.
bet
Oh
if I
God, I
walked
just
in
remembered
from the
that.
front door,
There's a
Willow's
part about that in
strawberry.
Willow's character story about breakfast. It's so dark. I ranted about that in that video. We're gonna leave that, because I will get heated. Flutterpage enters the garden like she always does, except this time, the carbuncles don't make way for her. And this is where we have to fight the carbuncles. They leap at her instead. Awesome. Great. Cool. This is awesome. Flutterpage swings the clothesline pole, but fails to drive them off. They close in on her, malice in their eyes. Fortunately, reinforcements come galloping through the smog.
Miss Flutterpage? What in the blazes are you doing here?
So I'm assuming that Brimley and Tooth Fairy are gonna come to question Willow in some way. And that's why they ended up here at the same time.
Mr. Hat!
Mr. Hat. That's Mr. Slouch Hat to you, Flutterpage. I'm kidding.
Bartley, I'd advise you to please stay a safe distance back.
Ms. Bartley? Wait, that's Caroline, right?
No.
Yeah. Wait, wait, oh,
Just look at the state of this garden.
how did
Oh, Charlotte,
Caroline?
what have you been through to fall this far?
So this must be before she's allowed to compete in the Allure games. She's probably in the process of seeing if she even can, if she can even get to the point like of rehabilitating herself and her ritualistic stuff to get to the point of competition. So we're in like a weird middle spot of what happens in Willow's character story, because Caroline just shows up. So this is probably, this makes that make more sense, because Caroline, she is concerned for her friend. Like, it's very obvious. Anyways, or at least she thinks they're friends. Willow's depressed and traumatized, so there's a lot going on there with her. Anyways, let's start. Comrades, yeah, let's go, Vila. I need a drinky drink break. Today we have lemonade vitamin water, which is really funny that we're doing Allure games, because vitamin water is always my like drink of choice when I competed and stuff. Not sponsored, but it's just what they had at my rink, so I just bought it all the time. So weirdly thematic. But yeah, we're getting to the point where we need to be done soon because my throat is starting to hurt. I'm probably gonna have to pull an all-nighter to get these events done, because I'm Boo Boo the Fool and I scheduled a hair appointment for tomorrow because my roots are really bad. Yeah, shouldn't have done that. I'm gonna be falling asleep in that chair, but it's fine. I'm going with someone else, so they can do all the talking, and I'm just gonna fall asleep in the chair. I did briefly think about bringing my laptop. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. At the very least, it's kind of nice because I didn't have to wash my hair today. Because color takes better on dirtier hair. So I just didn't have to wash my hair today, which is kind of nice, actually. I get to be lazy. Yeah, pro tip. Dirty hair takes color better. I don't know why that's relevant to anything right now.
Thank goodness you're in one piece.
Yeah, the One Piece. I'm sorry. I don't know why that came up.
They ain't never bit me before.
I think it's because I'm stressed. You know, like the meme, like One Piece comes to you when you most need it. That's how I feel right now, maybe. I've considered starting One Piece again many times.
Ranger's advice.
A ranger? Are you really a ranger? Can you be a ranger without a real horse?
I love that they gave Brimley like a
I get to be a
hobby
ranger?
horse. I think it's kind of goofy. And also because he is just a hat, it gives him more like of a model for playable Brimley. Fortunately, a hat's range of expressions doesn't include awkwardness, or much else for that matter.
Hi, miss. Are you here for the lady?
Yeah.
Here?
Oh no, it's Caroline, not Tooth Fairy. Flutterpage circles the unfamiliar lady, looking her up and down.
Miss, you look a lot like Miss Willow, the fog lady. So straight and proper like a swan.
That is definitely a reference to Willow's character story, because in that character story, they do refer to Caroline as like the white swan and Willow as the black swan more near the end, I believe. So that's definitely a reference to that. But it's also because they probably have the same like posture because they grew up doing the exact same sport. Like, I always make jokes about this. I have like shrimp posture now, but it's because I can do proper posture. I just don't like it because it hurts my back. So I'll bring out the proper like ballet posture every now and then, but I don't enjoy doing it. My back hurts. I'm chronically ill. My back hurts. Like, what do you want from me? So yeah, it's probably what that's a reference to.
Miss Willow,
Two different things.
you said?
Oh, she wasn't supposed to say that. Oopsies. But Caroline doesn't know her as Willow. Caroline knows her as Charlotte. Flutterpage claps her mouth before realizing she wasn't the one to utter this name. Wait. Oh no, she was. She did say it earlier.
Yes, Miss Willow. Did she say you were allowed to call her that too, miss?
No,
Allowed?
not necessarily. The audio also skipped a little bit there. Even her sigh carries an elegant, melodious quality about Caroline.
What kind of nutter has she become?
Caroline, I was on your side, Caroline. But also, I will say, a lot of people in these sort of like pretty fancy sports, like the dance and the skating and the gymnastics, can be very judgmental. So Caroline using like maybe not the greatest language here. Actually, it makes sense. I don't like it, but unfortunately it makes sense, especially for the 1920s.
Thank you.
And I think
for
Caroline
taking
does
care of
understand, because at the end of Willow's character story, she does kind of understand her misguided ways in dealing with, to put it bluntly, what Willow has become. And it's like, just eventually she does learn to like kind of understand more about like her friend becoming disabled and things like that. A friend is used very loosely because they were competitors, but they obviously do care about each other. It's a whole thing. There's a lot going on with Caroline and Willow / there's a lot going on. Caroline makes a gentle motion with her hand, signaling that she has finished talking.
You're welcome. Let's go. shall
Why?
we, eh?
I was the.
Not safe to leave you here.
Oh, fair, but I don't think Flutterpage wants
I'll
to.
escort you to the hospital. Miss Tooth Fairy needs your help.
Oh, I was like, why? She's fine, but it's to help Tooth Fairy.
Alright.
So again, now we're gonna have two different storylines going here. Look at her little eyes. Flutterpage holds onto Brimley's coat as the two of them leave the garden. She looks back a few times. Caroline remains totally unmoving. So what I'm going to assume, and if we don't get a scene directly after this of what happens between Charlotte and Caroline, I'm just gonna assume that that's what happens in the character story, which is the initial scene. It's one of two scenes. The initial scene where Caroline tells Charlotte, you can't compete. You have, as a normal competitor, you have to be a quote unquote special competitor because it's unfair to you to compete with a prosthetic leg. And then that's when Willow gets really angry. She's like, I don't want to do that. I want to compete at the same level as everyone else because I'd be the only one in this new special category you've created. I don't want to be singled out like that. Which there's a lot of like iffy parts about that as well that I kind of also got into in that character story video. I do remember I got into that a little bit, but there's a whole bit there. But then there's also another scene at the more near the very, very end where Caroline comes back and is like, hey, bestie, you're allowed to compete in the normal category. Normal, in quotations. You're allowed to compete with everyone else. Congratulations. So it's either one of these two conversations that's probably happening or a secret third conversation. Who knows? It's as though she can converse with the owner of the house through her stare alone. Caroline conversing with Willow. Is that it? It is not. What do you know? We are at the temporary hospital now.
I thought a hospital was a big building. This is more like a
Oh.
fair. Only with sick people.
They're making like an outdoor, not necessarily even an outdoor hospital, but it is a temporary hospital situation for the sole reason that there is so many people getting both tuberculosis and Arcanist tuberculosis that they need to make like a separate facility because it is something that is very contagious as well. And there's no like vaccine for that or anything yet. So yeah, they're having to make a separate facility so that like the elderly and other people in the hospital for like maybe like a broken leg or something don't get this. Patients lie on basic steel frame beds, their once pristine white sheets, now marked with yellow and gray stains. I'm gonna say that's from the smog. In the face of such a scene, the bright flags of the Uluru games now look lifeless and limp, because they probably are up around the city.
Mate. It's not your typical hospital. Arthur's calling it the London Emergency Relief Centre for special tuberculosis patients.
It's specifically for the Arcanist tuberculosis people. But I mean, I think if you had normal tuberculosis, they wouldn't turn you away. You know?
It's still kind of a hospital,
Yes.
ain't it?
It is still a hospital, technically, but it's more of like a trauma hospital, I guess? Because it is very, like, touch and go, almost. Flutterpage doesn't linger on this thought for long. The image of the unfamiliar lady in Willow's garden won't leave her mind. Maybe she's
Who's
seen
that
Caroline
Fog
before?
lady? She's not from Cross Street. How did she know Miss Fog Lady?
I have to yawn really quick. Okay, cool. We've yawned.
Swan? I suppose you mean Miss Caroline.
The fact that he just
Barker.
knows.
We're hoping she'll be our lifesaver.
Oh, wait, that's really interesting. That's actually a really interesting thing now. So they're sending Caroline in for why? Was letting Willow compete just like is this like a plan? Is everyone, I think it's the foundation, because at this point in time, the foundation still like technically owns the rights to the Allure games. Eventually, oh God, who takes it over when we revive it? I literally can't remember what it's called. It's the Fever. It's not the Fever. Oh my God, I cannot remember what it's called, but another group in the game does take it over. I cannot remember what it's called for my life, and I'm so mad that I can't remember what it's called, because I know what it's called. I can picture it in my brain, but I can't remember what it's called. But this is when the foundation still owns it, and they haven't done the whole, like, it's over yet. Anyways, so the foundation also has the right to allow Willow to compete, which is interesting that they're doing it this way. Mr. Fogg appears behind them, looking rather pale. Oh, is he gonna get Arcanist TB? Maybe.
Lifesaver?
That would be interesting.
Exactly so.
It would be bad, but explain, Mr. Fogg, please. There's a curious spark behind Mr. Fogg's eyes. He looks straight ahead as he speaks.
See, my hat friend. We civil servants can actually accomplish a thing or two.
Why does he sound like a cartoon villain? Just a thought.
We found Miss Bartley, a shining star of Uluru, a talented competitor, and above all, she's an insider.
So they must have looked into who
She
owns the
arrived in London
house.
days ago, looking for our fog lady. She claimed to be an
Oh, she
old
was looking for her.
acquaintance. Some luck, isn't it?
Interesting.
If she can figure out the connection between her, the black fog, and this fiery TB. Oh, speaking of which, that Miss Willow truly has a special name.
What is that supposed to? I'm so confused. I feel like he's getting Arcanist TB because he
What are
sounds
you laughing
feverish.
at? How long have you been up, mate?
Oh, maybe he just hasn't slept, but like he sounds feverish. Thought crosses Brimley's mind, in quotations, because he's a floating hat. His partner has probably hardly slept all week. A burst of glorious vigor illuminates the fog walker's face, like sunlight breaking through a gap in the gray sky. God.
Sleep? Who needs to sleep at a time like this?
Dude.
I'm more than energetic.
I know I can't talk because I probably am also going to get very little sleep tonight, but sleep is good, actually.
Arthur, you need to get some shut-eye, mate.
Is that what you think? That I'll just go back home for a little rest now? Now of all times? Dead wrong, mate.
He's either...
We've got rounds to make at the
Like, I
London
would think-
Emergency Relief Center for special tuberculosis patients.
What are you going to do? You're not a doctor.
Come with me, my chapeau chap. We've got a city to
What are
save.
you're not a doctor, sir. What are you gonna do? Mr. Fogg grabs the hobby horse and forcibly drags Brimley away with him.
Oh, all right. Miss Flutterpage, go find Miss Tooth Fairy, would you? She said your arcane skill might be of help.
Brimley just fading out. That's a really nice touch. There's so many little touches they did with like the animations and audio for this that are just so good. The two of them quickly vanish into the streets.
My arcane skill?
It's flying. What is...
Help? How can I help the witch doctor? Maybe Miss Tooth Fairy will tell me. But where is she?
I mean, she's running around. If you stand in the middle of the thing for a little bit, you'll probably find her.
So many people here. I can hardly tell them from one another. Oh, but she has
good
got
God.
golden fairies with her.
It's too late.
Maybe I can
at
see
night.
them. Like how Miss Willow taught me.
See them. Wait, what did Willow teach you? Oh, the wind again. Look at little Flutterpage. That's so cute. She's like, hi. Cutie. Hold on, we have to do the screenshot test again. Yeah, we got it. Cool, cool, cool. I'm gonna be smart because half the time when I take these screenshots, I don't even have them like on a drive I have access to when I go to edit a thumbnail. So I moved them this time. I'm smart.
Can you see the wind, lass?
Can she see the... Oh, because I guess if her arcane skill's flying, it must just be wind-related stuff.
Around, like dust
So like if she was a Genshin Impact character, she'd have an animo vision. Okay, noted.
Like that with me now. I used all of it when
That's a
Freddie
horrible
tried to catch
comparison
me.
to make.
Is there anything else I can use?
Oh, she doesn't have any more wind magic left for the day. Okay. She scans through the pale yellow smog, fluttering Uluru flags informing her of the wind's direction. Flutterpage, what are you getting up to?
Oh, I see it.
What is this child cooking? The wind picks up and the flags, along with the people's clothes, start to flutter in the same direction. Flutterpage, I see what you did there.
What was this wind, eh? Where's it coming from?
I mean, if they blow the... Here's the thing. You can blow the smog away somewhere else, but then it's the... You can't just push it somewhere else. Like, what happens then to where you push it?
Please, is there any good Samaritan who can...
Like, I don't think the wind is helping right now. I'm gonna be so real.
Oh, God bless you.
Like, I think this is more of a hindrance. The smog dissipates in the wind, and for a brief moment, the air is noticeably clearer in this small corner of the world. But, like, you can't just push it somewhere else. At one of the beds, a little golden fairy is being held by its wings and placed into a patient's mouth.
Miss Tooth Fairy.
There's Tooth Fairy, but also I love how they just got rid of the smog effect on screen.
Flutterpage, there you are.
I mean, you didn't see her when she was blowing the smog somewhere else. She swiftly closes the patient's mouth, making him swallow her bizarre medicine before walking briskly over to Flutterpage.
What's wrong?
What is wrong?
We've got to find a way to clear up the sky.
I mean, there's a way you can do that. Like a really good way you can do that. And whatever you're building, the industry, maybe put it on pause for a minute. Just a thought. Anyways, oh, Black Swan is the next one. Okay. We can finish out the reading exercise here. What is it? Thick, stubborn, some liken it to pea soup, others to famous Spartan black broth. Okay, we have a log to check. It's quite short. All right. Notes on a weather chart. First, it says it is 10:30 in the morning, yet even by the window, the page cannot be read without a lamp. I set the journal by the sill, lit the lamp, and returned to find it layered in fine coal ash. So this is actually recent notes. Next, best to refrain from keeping the windows open for now. On the Thames, I think that's how you say that. It's river. It's either Thames or Thames. I've never really knew how to properly say that. Visibility is so low that feeding the swans is a hopeless task. I hear their mournful calls but cannot see them. Their wings beat against the smog like warnings to retreat. Records suggest fogs like these are unusual for this season. And here we go. Cases of tuberculosis are on the rise. While I have no firm statistics, the overcrowding in hospitals and sanatoriums tells its own story, that is actually like historically accurate. By tea time, visibility's improved slightly. The bus lamps barely pierce the fog, their faint glow the only evidence of their passage. Not good. Now my chest is starting to burn too. At the hospital, there's talk of a black fog capable of flattening buildings. Supposedly, one hospital was claimed in such a disaster. Tiny tornado? No, didn't look like it. Either this is a macabre joke, or someone should call up an arcanist to investigate. So this must be what led to Tooth Fairy being called in, I would assume. But yeah, we'll start with Black Swan next time. So we made some good progress today. I would say we still cannot afford what I need to would like to purchase in the victory podium shop because we have like nothing. If worst case scenario, we won't get the Psy Cube, but we'll see what we can get at the end of this. I don't know yet. But that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. As always, I hope everyone is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world. I almost messed up my outro. I kind of did, but I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!